Hey, my name is Seb and I'm a drone enthusiast. I've been flying drones for about 4 years now. So basically I'm a freelance drone photographer and I have my drone, so my drone has a camera attached to it, so I get aerial shots of things. A lot of filmmakers or just regular people that have Instagram ask me to get shots for them, and I get paid for that. So drone photography is different than regular photography because since a drone flies, you get a different perspective on like environments or even just people, or just shots are just different than if it was a regular shot filmed from the ground. And it's just a cool, different way to film things. So I basically started this hobby since my dad gave me one small drone for Christmas. It's actually right here. So it was just this small propelled drone with a small controller, and this was basically what started my hobby. After using this, I got really into film, so I decided to buy this, which is my big new Karma drone, and this is pretty much what I use for all my films and shots nowadays. So to fly the drone, you basically have the main controller, and then you just use the left joystick to go up and the right joystick to move around. So any tips, I would basically just say don't start with like a big expensive drone, because it's obviously not always gonna go well in the beginning. So just start off small, and then once you get practice and you get used to it, then you can go bigger and more expensive. Another tip is basically to be mindful of where you're shooting. So if you're shooting in the city, make sure that you're being respectful of people's like personal like space and you're not invading them. And if you're flying like outside, make sure you don't go too far or hit trees, because that's how I broke one of my drones. So yeah. So now we're gonna go outside and show you a little explanation of how you fly it. Alright, so basically right now I'm gonna start calibrating the compass so that if anything does happen, I make sure that I get the insurance from GoPro. So you just hold it and you just turn around in a circle. Alright, so then you can hold it vertically, do the same thing, and then you're done. So just set it in the ground, wherever you want, wherever you feel comfortable in. And then as you can see, you just wait for it to warm up. As soon as it tells you it's ready, you can fly. So it just told me it's ready to fly. So I hold this button, bright green one, ready to fly, starts the motors. And then I race it with my left joystick. So you can turn with your right one, go left and right, you can go forward, you can go backwards, and then you turn with your left one. So I just make a turn around, it's looking right at me now, and then I can go up and back however I want. And then with this, it's a wheel in the back. You spin this wheel so you can tilt the camera up and down, so you can get whatever shot. If you're up and you want to face it down, you just point the camera down. It's basically looking right down at me right now. So as you can see, I'm just gonna get a quick shot of us from the sky. So I'm gonna back the drone up and then just fly higher. So to bring it down, you basically just do the same thing. Come low to wherever you want. Make sure there's no rocks or anything in the ground that can damage it. And then you just bring it down slowly. And as soon as it touches the floor, your drone is going to stop automatically. So that's basically a beginner's guide onto how to fly a drone. So if you ever start with this hobby, you can always find lots of people, even in Qatar, that fly drones and have this as a hobby. So you can always share your shots or just any little thing or tip or whatever questions you have with them, and you'll always get help from everyone. And always remember that in Qatar you have to fly with a permit.